Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. It's Scotland, of course, and it's looking a little different. I've been busy filling in some of the central area of the Cathcart Circle line, which today, hopefully, will complete. And we've got to head to Florida. Mount Florida, that is. Not the sun and sand. Although, who knows, they might have a beach. No, they don't have a beach. I was going to do a transition today, however, I'd have to do about 5 transitions because I've kind of gone everywhere on the map and just started adding a bit of icing to our Cathcart cake. That makes no sense. I'll run with it. Oh, I mean, the first thing you may notice is our tower blocks there. Russian tower blocks. I mean, they pass, don't they? They're a good placeholder until we get possibly something a little more UK-ish, but I don't know. They seem to do the job for me. Yeah, I've been busy on the workshop, which brings me to what's going to happen this week. Coming, Train Sim World 2, we get to explore Dovetail Games' recreation, I guess, of the Cathcart line as well. Hopefully we'll get to see some finer speed limits and signal placements. I'm not going to worry too much about how our layout compares to theirs because obviously we're at about half the scale. Well, I say that. I've extended it a little bit, but we're still somewhere between half and 2/3. We're not going to get everything in. But yes, there we go. So we'll be doing that at the end of the week. Thursday, I thought about adding us... Oh, I should bring the UI up. I don't know why we're not doing anything with money, although we might soon. These things here, these spawn a lot of people, which is fine for me, or for us, because it'll mean more passengers for our network. And we were actually running out of residents, and not everybody's going to go everywhere. This person? Where are you coming from? What's your name? Bobby Thomas. Love the name, Bobby. He lives down here in these houses. These do generate residents as well, AI. And yeah, these I've seen spewing out quite a few people. I think it's 40 that live in here. Could be wrong. Might be more than that. It doesn't matter though, does it? Maybe we'll see our bank balance change at some point. I've got a big build today. I will take you around. I've got the ground assets for this. They'll be in the collection once I've tested them. I'm sure they're fine, but I do like to test everything before I add it to the collection. And the map, as that is now available on Steam. I keep forgetting to mention it. For the last 2 episodes it's been available. However, today I'll update it with what we finish on the circle line. But yes, I've spent ages just sitting on trains going around this small area. We haven't really done a great deal as far as a percentage of the map is concerned. We've got a lot to go, haven't we, once we get this in. What we'll be doing after we've completed the... where are we? Not over there. Mount Florida here, and I guess enclosed the area within the Cathcart Circle. We'll be finishing off here. Everywhere around here. I've gone for this little bit. On Google Maps, it kind of spirals up. It's absolutely wonderful. On like a mound where you would expect a castle to sit. And then you've got this as well, which is Queen's Park. I've started to modify the terrain, so it's not all flat. I'm sure some of you had some concerns that it was looking a bit like I was just flattening everything and then not doing anything else with it, like we've got over there, for instance. But no, eventually it's going to start to represent what goes on in real life. We've still got 320s running these. Of course, when we head off to Train Sim World 2, we'll be driving a 314. I did have a look on the workshop for, is it 303s? 303s would have been the staple of this early on. The first electric... Yes, possibly the first electric multiple units. that ran this line. I've been trying to research because I would like to bring in some steam engines on Thursday. I've got some Caledonian Railway 440s. I think they'll suit this line, and we can stick some carriages on them just to break it up a little bit before we recap what we do possibly Friday in Train Sim World 2. Oh, this is an intro and a half, isn't it? Goodness me. It's not like we've got a build to do today. But yes, anyway, should we take a look at what else I've been up to? I would like to show you this bit of track at Maxwell Park. As you can see, this is what it's been looking like. I left it half and half on purpose, and this is what it's going to look like. So it'll start to feel a little more enclosed, a little bit like it should. Well, I mean, I say that. I've not actually been round here. I do feel like it'll be a little darker. We've got some stray weeds there in the middle of the road. That's not good. Should we delete those? This should do, shouldn't it? Just a little bit of gravel. Take that grass off our road and our pavement. We don't need any weeds coming through, do we? There we go. But there you go. It's starting to look the part up here, isn't it? And are you going to visit Maxwell Park? Yes, you are. There we go. Well, what else is there to visit around here, Grand? A tree? I mean, you just go and have a packed lunch out here, couldn't you? A packed lunch. I feel like I'm back at school. So that's been done. It's all starting to come together. I've started tidying up the bridge. Less realism and more just hiding the usual Transport Fever 2 gubbins that goes on with terraforming and strange clipping. But yeah, that's all done. This has been done for a long time. This AI situation that we started is behaving, I think. As far as I can tell. It's not boisterous, is it? It's not starting to destroy anything. Yet, anyway. Well, that's good news. That is really good news. And obviously, I've been putting in more roads, which are abbreviated, shall we say. And over here, I started this. This is what this is going to look like. These are not the correct houses, models. But I think they do the job. They look alright. And they're all connected via paths coming down here. And they're not actually connected this side via any sort of road, only at either end. Slowly but surely, adding more bus stops so we can have lots of buses. What do you reckon, guys? It's starting, isn't it? It's starting to come together. This makes me happy. I'm glad I found these, as it sort of adds to the skyline. Makes you feel like you're here at Shorelands looking out to see the block of flats over there. I'm not sure about the red accents, but we don't need to dwell on that. Now, Cathcart station has been tweaked. The bridge is still too long, but I needed to keep it this long in order to do all the work around here. I've even put like a little fence here. Look at that. That exists. Not that style, but it exists. I've tried to hide this side. Let's go down here. There are not this many pubs around here. In fact, we saw what they were and they weren't pubs. But these look nice. There's the right colour at the very least, and they're British looking. And so it kind of suits this area. What we got? McDonald's. What's that one? What does that say? Mountain something. Clark's. And there's a Poundland coming soon. It's moved to the corner. I guess because this mountain place took it. Is it for... What is it for? Who cares, Grand? Let's take a look. I don't mind this. It sort of does the job. It hides the gubbins if you look at it anywhere other than directly at it. We could just completely cover it. But there's no need, is there? We don't need to do that. Did find a British Rail sign to put out there. There we go. That's lovely up there. And here we go. Over this side. This is a slightly low bridge. Yeah, there's not much that's going to fit under there. However, I don't think we're going to need to run buses under here or trucks, so we'll divert any of our freight systems, and our buses are not going to run under there anyway, to avoid things like low bridges. Cars should go under here just fine, and vans. It feels quite low when you look at it on Google Maps, so it'll work. This is a low bridge, but it should fit buses under, which I hope so, because I feel like there's a bus that goes under there. I'm not entirely sure, though. We do have bus stops over here. There we go. Tankerland Road. What else do we have? This one is Homehead Crescent. So we have that in. And then we've got Earls Park Avenue here. This was an interesting one. The bus stop is named Earls Park Avenue, exactly like that. But the road, I guess this would be sort of Earls Park, but it's one word on Google Maps, so I'm not sure about that. Yeah, should we build this? I've not been avoiding it. Well, I might have been. It's going to be a real pain to get in. I've looked at the height difference. We've got to get down. Well, in fact, let's bring up... Ooh, Papa Smurfette. I can't remember your full name. Recommended that we get... There's an add-on that shows you the height at the mouse cursor without having to go into the contour layer here, which is kind of handy. But we need to see what sort of grade we're going to need to get up there. Right, our track here is 12 meters from sea level, and I have started this heading down. It does as well head down towards the station over here, so that was a fluke. 24 meters and 12, so there we go. We've got 12 meters to gain, meaning if we put this at from 12, so plus 6, 18 meters ish, and lean it a little closer to Cross Hill. I said Cahill, didn't I? Of course, it's Cross Hill. That should be about right. We want this section to be steeper than that section, the grade, because otherwise we're going to struggle to dive under the track for our junction over there. But yeah, so where do we want this? We're going to use a simple station to achieve this. We could use the fancy station that we've got. In fact, we're going to need to leave that up. We could achieve it with our station we've used to create a lot of the Cathcart stations, Cathcart Circle stations. But what I'd like to use for this one, let's get into rail buildings. We're going to use the NL version. It is an island platform. We stick this on 80. It should be curved. I think we'll run out of space if we try and do anything. Although, having it straight is going to cause us a few issues as well, isn't it? Can we put it down to... Does it... Oh, why doesn't that work? I mean, the mouse cursor is technically down here, isn't it? I wonder if it'll work if we make a bit of a hole here. Will it change the... Oh, no, we don't want that. We want this. Will it change as we do it? Yes, there we go. So we need this at 18. Well, actually, it's not too far down, is it? Oh, that's pleasant. That should be close enough. There we go. Will this work? Oh, no, what have you done? Probably need it at a better angle than that. We can tidy it up later. We might want to go a little closer over here. That looks a little tight. Let's go somewhere like that. And just close that off. That way. How's that looking? That might do us. Well, let's just put this in. That should be right. 18 meters. What sort of angle do we want this? Well, it's going to be harder to make up the angle from here than up there. So if we do something like that, we can start to see whether we can connect or not. It doesn't matter about the track at the moment because we're going to change it. I don't know whether it's 40 down here, but we're going to go with it. Well, it works. It's sort of the right shape as well, isn't it? Yeah, because it curves round and then curves back again. Is that it? It's not much of a grade, is it? We could probably take it all the way back to here. Or is that just... That should just be it. I mean, it's a bit of a climb. Do you know, I don't mind it. Height. 12 to 19. Well, we're a little bit higher. That's fine. Okay, so... Should we do it? give this a go. Oh, did you check the other side? No, you didn't. You just go in. Well, I feel like this is just going to work anyway. But we might as well check. Yes, and it's pleasant. And it sort of does the correct wiggle. Guys, I'm really surprised this is even close to working. You are not called Strathbungo South, though. You are Mount Florida. I know we haven't looked at the map yet. We will. Once I'm satisfied, we can sort of account for the grade difference that we've got here. This does raise up either side. We're going to terraform that because it's on kind of a hill, or a lot of a hill, I should say, on one side and then not the other. And we're going to use the stairs anyway, so again, we're going to have to improvise with that. What are you doing? Yes, tracks. We're happy. Well, let's first get some proper tracks in there. Well, not proper. Realistic. Again, we can change the speed if need be. And what we need now is extended platforms either end. Not platforms. Platforms either end. Stairs either end. And they're all fancy as well, looking on the map, but we can't do that. So don't dwell on it, Grand. And we'll do something like this. It represents it. That's fine. And then we'll get us our entrances either side. Other way around. One there. One there. That also gives us our height either side, the minimum height. We can't go any higher, really. Yeah, do you know what? That might do. Oh, did I put the non-electrified version in? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, alright. Reconfigure that. We've got to delete the other bit of track anyway. Get rid of that. And that. And then... it's supposed to be those. We'd have a few issues, wouldn't we? If we didn't have electrification. I'm probably going to have to, after we've been around in Train Sim World 2, change some of the speed limits. Maybe. I have a feeling it's not just a flat 40 all the way around, looking at some of the curves and junctions we've got going on. Now, is this just going to work for us? I mean, it would be lovely. I think it might. We can improvise. Alright, there's our hill. And we can head down. It does head down quite steep as well. So that would be it, wouldn't it? That would be our connection. And we did rename it. Alright. Given that then, we might be able to do something with this. Where we go flat for a little bit. So that we can join just here without having to head up. And then down. If I hold shift, can we get this a little tidier? There we go, that should do. Then can we head up without it being too aggressive? It's actually kind of nice. We might be able to just knock this all the way back. Does that work better? That's a pleasant grade, isn't it? That's nice and gentle. It does start to head down immediately after the station. Good. Right. And we'll join here. We'll be diving under at some point. And then we're going to separate again up here. We can get that working. We will wiggle in and then head off there. Obviously, we've got the other track that comes in this side. I'm not sure where we're putting it just yet. Oh yeah, you haven't connected the other one. Let's get this connected up to there. Follow this up until we need to separate, which is a little ways away. As long as it's, there we go, 30 mile an hour should do. Not aggressive. And then we dive down. There's going to be a little arch here. I haven't finished with this. We've got some terraforming issues around here. I'm not sure how to deal with those just yet. It's caused by some of the scenery does it. I don't know. Even if I delete it, I don't think I can get it flat. I mean, it would be lovely. No, there we go. I think it's the bridge. The pedestrian bridge that does it. That'll be fine though. I think it won't matter too much. There we go. 27 we slow down to there. Oh, that's tidier. No, there we go. Just needed a little bit of love. This won't need to be here anymore. We're having a crossover up here somewhere that does exist. Where we put it, we'll have to finalize that. But technically now we have the full circle in place. And it's not too bad. I think I'll take it. Should we have a look at the map? There we go. There's the line heading round. It sort of works. Yeah, it does the wiggle. I'll take it. We kind of bow in and bow out again. Not as much. We're very limited on space. There's the park. Oh yes, I should show you this. It's absolutely fantastic. There we go. As we can look in 3D, you can see that it spirals round. And if you go over here, look at that. I mean, it ends either side, but I had to improvise. And we've only got one little wiggle up here, rather than many wiggles. And where's that little housing place? There you go. All little pavements going along. This is a lovely area. And blocks of flats here. Well, they're kind of joined, aren't they? I'll see if I can't find anything closer to these. We have sort of those things going on. They're a bit taller. How many floors have these got? 4? Yeah, well, maybe. Maybe. It looks cool though. I'm looking forward to filling this area in. The reason I've gone so large on Queen's Park, it's going to help us a little bit with performance later on. Now, Mount Florida, Hampton Park will be there. That would possibly help us with performance. It would require less buildings and less structures, mods, assets placed on the map. Here's our junction. As you can see, we came off way earlier than this. We've got a few roads to place underneath, which I would like to get the main roads, the ones with bus stops on. So when I'm choosing what roads to select, it's usually, if it has a bus stop, it wins. And that's the way we've been going. So we need Battlefield Road. Look at that. There's a Battle of Langside there. Monument of sorts. We don't have that. I don't know whether we could find something like a statue. It's really cool. I've tried to do this, but as with all things roundabouts in Transport Fever, you make this look perfect, and as soon as you connect a road, it absolutely butchers it. So, yes. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I don't even know. They're amazing. What on earth are those? Oh, wow. Alright, distracted a lot. They look marvellous, don't they? Anywho, back over here. So, yes, we split much further down and then head under. I guess we are closer to... or a lot closer, aren't we? Well, it depends, because we've got to split and then do the arc and then come round. Let's get back in game. Doesn't leave us much room, does it, to go down and come round? Which is going to be awkward for that, because I would really like that main road in, which joins here. So it would come round like that. It's almost in the right place. Look at that. Could we just have a double bridge? Possibly. Possibly. Right, say we've got to go under here. We can sort of get how high we want it, can't we? Let's flatten that area. Now, if we made the bridge, or maybe we can go a little bit closer, something like here. I tried to get this little residential area, and it's probably going to be abbreviated much more than what it is currently. If we go somewhere like that, it is a lot closer. I like it. We'll make the bridge at this point, fortunately. That's really fortunate. Hopefully this joins at the right point, which it does. Sometimes I feel like I fluke these things. Why did you not make a bridge? Are you not connected? You may need to go up to that point, then across. There we go. It just wasn't registering. That should be absolutely perfect. Let's go. Oh, you're doing the wrong side. Good job. That was impressive. Which doesn't really matter, because we can just change where this goes from here. It should look exactly the same. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, I don't mind the bridge section being slightly different to everything else. We'll get this running up here. And then gently come off. There we go. I think we're good. We can extend the line once we're done. I forgot to terraform and it's doing silly things again. Go from here. You're going to need to be like that. There we go. That's tidier. And that bit should just be fairly straight anyway. Something like that. How's that doing? I do want to kind of get the right angle, if possible. That's close enough, isn't it? Yeah, this is not going to be the finished article. Ah, there we go. Yeah, we're at an absolute minimum there. A little earlier, perhaps? Somewhere like here? If we do it at maximum. Can we get in there? We should go a little closer to the bridge. Something like that. Because we only need to meet there, don't we? That's brought it in closer. Again, we're going to struggle with that road, aren't we? But we definitely can't go anywhere else, can we? That's about as good as that's getting. And it's sort of at the right angle. We might be able to go a bit more. Which would help with the curve, wouldn't it? If we went something like that instead. Oh yeah, we could really get round there sooner, couldn't we? Get that out. Perhaps if we joined up from here, where can we get in? I mean, elevation isn't an issue. That might give us a bit of room to fit in the bridge just here before this. I know it looks a bit steep at the moment. I'm trying to figure out just where we need to come off. Go flat there. Will that give us the... Oh, that's better, isn't it? I mean, this is tight. It does mean we could maybe get our road going here. Which would mean we have to wiggle up a little bit. Alright, get that in. We can always bring this back round. If necessary. To meet the other track, which is heading off. I mean, it looks a bit wibbly wobbly at the moment. It does a gentle curve, so maybe we can replicate that now that we know where we're heading here. Somewhere like that. I do feel like it would head back up. How's that look? Ooh, that's pleasant. There we go. I mean, the less we've got to go away from here, the better. I'm just going to terraform this now, official episode. For no other reason than that, no. I want to fill this ground in and just figure out what we're doing around this area. It's not overly important because what we can do is finish off one of our lines. Maybe give the timetable mod a little go after we've took a look at Steam on Thursday. It goes out a little further than I would like, but that's mainly to this angle here, and we could get rid of this. We could maybe take off more of the radius. But we'll see. We'll get it in first, roughly, because we've got to come around here as well. This is the track we're meeting up with, and eventually we're heading just there. So it's going to be a little closer that way. So we're going to have to work on that as well. But this would head this way. And again, I don't know on grades just here. I want to say it's going to slope down slightly. And then we've got the station would be, I guess, up here somewhere. For us, because we are a little further down. I do want to kind of meet it as well. Okay. If that connects there, it's a horrible junction because we've got grades to mess with. We go there. We kind of head up and then head back down. We can delete that back as well, though, and get that looking lovely. Okay. So that's that. That would be that bit. Just there. Again, we could delete this back now that I know we're probably going to need to head up. Have a gentle curve. How's the junction looking? Not fantastic. I mean, ideally, we need this section all flat. That should make it a little easier for us. And if we just come off straight there and flat. Okay, that's a better junction. The question is... Oh. Well, isn't that just beautiful? Again, I'm pretty much improvising the junction here. So it'll be intriguing to see whether it's even remotely close to how it should look. I would say this would stay flat, wouldn't it? As that one dives under. And would join not far off that up here. We do need a little space for the bridge. That's a bit pleasant. Alright, so if we're joining in there, we go a nice radius there. That's much tidier, isn't it? What do you reckon to our little area? It's starting to come along, isn't it? I just wanted to show you this, guys. Look, I did fix it. I ended the track here early so that we can have a signal on the platform. I believe there's one either side here. This would be possibly one way. And this one would be two way. Oh, this one won't fit on the platform because I've done it too far. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I'd have to knock this station's platform back again. That'll do. We can have our station. We could have it just here. We've almost got back on track, haven't we? King's Park there. Queen's Park over there. See what you did there? Or did I? I have no idea. As long as this junction doesn't look too bad. We've got a little bit of ballast overrunning the sleepers there. This is connected. It's not pleasant, but it's working. Perhaps we can tidy it up. I might mess with that, though, in between episodes. Because it's just one of those things, isn't it, that you tweak over time just to get perfect. Runs fairly straight from here anyway. So if we have it like that and like that, let's figure out if it's this section of track that's sloping too early, which it is. And this bit isn't straight either. And then if we knock these back a little further, we need this entire junction section to be perfectly flat and then go up and meet where we need to be up there. As long as we get the angles right, we should be fine. That can go there. This continues off up there. And that should give us now a very tidy junction. And this can head up there. Hopefully it doesn't start changing everything. We can redraw that entire thing now up to that point. And we can knock that back and redraw that as well. Let's just connect into there. We might be able to knock this back a little bit further. We'll see how it looks. Oh, that's feeling more like the junction anyway. It's just this bit. We stick out too far. We might be able to do it. We don't have a lot of space to dive down. And we're now too high. Ooh, we could put a little bend in it. Perhaps. A little M&N action. We do something like that instead. And then we hold shift. And just see how much we can drop this down. That's as far as it will go. Well, that's surprising. And awkward. I guess we need to come down a little sharper then. Can we get this on a better grade? Ooh, we can go down a little sharper here. Perhaps that'll do it. There we go. I wasn't expecting that, to be fair. Can we just go like that? Try and get... Oh, is that perfect? That was lucky, shall we say. We've cut off a little bit of that, I think, as well. And then you go back up and meet it. Oh, typical. Typical. It's going to be tough, isn't it? This is the dance that we need to figure out. Can you go there? Now, how much room do we have? Wiggle room. Oh, come on, catenary. Play nice. I would like you to just dive up from this. Oh, there we go. No, I think we've done it. That's probably fairly accurate as well. I think we've done it. We've made everything tidy. We link there. We link back up to here. We've got the junction here as well. I'm going to assume we're heading this way. Oh, please tell me that the crossover isn't here. Oh, I had a moment, guys. The crossover. Oh, my heart. The crossover's here. Oh, thank goodness. Get in. Beautiful. Yes, well, I mean, it's not exactly there. It is just before this piece of track, and it is before this junction. So there we go, we're in, which will explain why this can be a two-way signal. Because we probably can cross over. I'm surprised this isn't a shunt signal for heading back that way. Which, these we can't have. The ones with the fancy shunt stuffs. They're not the ones that are used. We need the crossover ones, which do exist. Shall we suspend disbelief a little bit? I mean, I'd like them on. This would have to be two-way. And then, I tell you what we'll do. We'll get on board, shall we? And we've got a new layout to have a look at. Let's pause it, because we can make this two-way now. It's going to make everybody unhappy. We can finally get rid of the double slip switch, because that does not exist. We are missing a few signals. We'll have to get them on as we get Kings Park in. If we do ever use this crossover, it will be fine to add a standard signal up here past this, because we're not interfering with this side, which is the only way we'd have a block here. So this can be one way just here. I mean, technically it could be two-way, couldn't it? Because we could head back that way. I don't know why we'd turn around here. It might be a thing. Make it two-way. I don't think we're going to interfere either way. That would be there. This would... I'm going to say that I would like this one way. It would be scary to have it two-way. Although you never know. You never know. And we'll put one up there. There'll be another one blocking somewhere along here. It would make sense. And depending what happens to the station up here, we might have another crossover as well. I think we do somewhere up there. I can't remember if it's on here. We're not doing that though yet, Grand. Okay then. We need to extend this. Manage line. It's going to be really different, isn't it? So we need to get rid of this. Everything up to the signal leading into Glasgow. And that should maybe fix it. Oh, you're on the wrong platform, aren't you? At Cathcart. So Cathcart, you want to be on the inside, please. There we go. It's already doing the circle. Now all we need to do is go around after Cathcart and add... you've missed the brand new station you just put in. Mount Florida, although no one's going to get on there. Cross Hill. Then we're at Queen's Park. I guess we do stop at Pollock Shields East. And then make sure we're at 7 again. We'll have this one on 7 for now. And there we go. Is that it? Is that us done? Okay, do we have enough blocking on here? Possibly not. I think an extra signal wouldn't hurt. One there. And we don't have one afterwards. We're going to have to be careful about our wall here. Well, we could have the leaning out one, couldn't we? That might do the job. I mean, it buries some of the stuff. It's almost like it should be connected to the wall, though. Can you see it up there? Yeah, you can. You go up there. There we go. Lovely. And we're going to get rid of this. There we go. That doesn't exist anymore. We've got to now do the opposite with this one. And we'll... should we update these? I mean, we'll keep them the same for now. Manage vehicle. I would like to first... No, don't duplicate it yet. Put a new train on. Oh, Grand, save it. What are you doing? Talk about tempting fate, guys. Dear, oh dear. I hadn't saved it for an entire episode. Right. Electric. We're just going to have fresh versions of the 320. And we're going to match you. We could have them all orange for something different. But I think just for now, let's keep with the modern livery. Add you on. duplicate that one. We've now got 4 trains running this. It might get a little chock-a-block. And shall we go counterclockwise? Is this the counterclockwise? This is the clockwise. We have been going clockwise forever. I don't know if it's going to break just yet. But we have the full circle. We'll save the full circle journey. We'll just go up to somewhere around here for this. But we'll save the full journey once we've done the full journey in Train Sim World 2. And then we can have a little bit of a comparison. Obviously at a slightly different scale. But new trains. Full circle. There we go. It should be interesting to see what happens. A bit of detailing required. I'm happy with our new junction work. We've got to head up this way to finish that line. I guess we head that way. And finish this line as well. And then we'll have those services on. But in the meantime, guys, we're heading clockwise around the Cathcart circle. We've completed the entire circle. I am excited to get detailing, finishing off the road, start putting the bus stops in. Perhaps we're getting very close to having a new bus service running on our map within the circle. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. It's getting a little busy already at Glasgow Central, meaning, or the approach anyway, meaning we'll have to start thinking seriously about adding the timetable mod. It's going to make, when we bring Steam in, a little interesting, because all of our timings will be for EMUs, and yet we'll have slower steam engines trying to run that timetable. I guess what we can do, I feel like we're missing a signal here, but what we can do is perhaps have duplicates of lines, and when we change them to steam we shift them onto a different timetable. That's going to take a bit of work, but I'm willing to do it, just so we can have diesels, steam engines, and of course our EMUs running this. And if we ever get a 314 mod or a 303 as well available for us on the workshop, I'll put those in too. And yeah, there we go. I don't know which train's which now. I have a feeling this one's coming from the depot and is our counterpart. Yeah, I'll leave you with a bit of a cab ride then on the completed Cathcart Circle line. We got it all plugged in and we joined, and it wasn't too terrible. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.